The most common objection that gatekeepers will use is they will ask you the question, what is this call in regards to? This question is designed to identify if you are a salesperson. And if you deliver an answer that lets them know you are indeed a salesperson, they will begin to shut you down and block you out. As a result, if you can answer with something that does not make you sound like a salesperson, you can improve your ability to get around the gatekeeper. And you might think, well, how do I respond to that question without sounding like a salesperson? And it's tough because if you follow your natural instincts and you just directly respond to the question, you might say something like, well, the reason why I'm calling is I'm trying to schedule a meeting with Mrs. Smith to identify her needs and what she's currently using in the area of procurement. And that answer basically tells the gatekeeper, salesperson trying to sell something, must get rid of. So don't do that. What I'm going to do is give you something to say that you can say 100% of the time, and it will be effective 70-80% of the time. This will immediately improve your ability to get around gatekeepers and get around that objection. Just simply reply with your value statement. And your value statement is a one-sentence statement that just simply explains how you or your product or your company help. For example, gatekeeper says, what is this in regards to? Well, the reason why I'm calling is we actually help VPs of HR to improve their new employee onboarding process. And you just sit there. You don't say anything else. You just say your value statement and you sit there. And you wait for the gatekeeper to speak. Now, what this does not do is this does not say I'm a salesperson. It doesn't. It sounds more like a business person than a salesperson, and it just does not scream I'm a pesky salesperson. It does not get the gatekeeper to respond by saying, "Oh, you do? Well, let me pass you through," right? And they receive you with open arms. But what it does do is it doesn't give them that direct response of I need to get rid of this person. It actually is just something that they're not prepared for. They're prepared for the salesperson with clear response, and they aren't prepared for this. The way that they could respond is they might ask you more details, and then you've moved beyond the what's this in regards to. Or they often might just pass you through. The other reason that this is powerful is that when you say that you sell a product, it's very in somewhere in your explanation with a gatekeeper, it's very easy for them to say, we're not interested, we don't need that, we already use somebody, right? When you say your value statement, it's very difficult to say we don't need that, because your value statement is always some sort of improvement. When you're helping something to improve, it's hard to reply by saying we don't need that and we're not interested. We already have that improvement. Anytime a gatekeeper says, what is this in regards to, just simply reply with your value statement and see how that improves how your conversations go with gatekeepers. If you'd like more help on cold calling, dealing with objections, dealing with gatekeepers, we have a number of ebooks for free on our website, salescriptor.com. There's also a whole sales training program called Sales Prospecting 101 that includes 12 modules, almost 10 hours of free training. It's all on YouTube and on our website. We do offer one-on-one sales coaching and consulting, and you can actually use SalesScriptor to help develop those value statements and objection responses that you can use with gatekeepers. Check it out. There's a free trial version that you can sign up and test out for no cost. We hope that helps, and let us know if we can help you in any other way.